My smart home was gaslighting me. My ex never actually moved out. I broke up with Sarah 6 months ago. It was messy. She was a software engineer who specialized in home automation. And by the time she moved out, our apartment was a high-tech fortress. I changed the door locks, wiped the shared cloud accounts, and thought I was finally free. But then, the glitch started. It began small. I'd set the thermostat to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'd wake up shivering at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd check the app, and it would say, manual override at 3:14 a.m. But I was asleep. Then, my workout playlist would randomly switch to the song we danced to at her sister's wedding, always at 2 a.m. The what moment? I was in the shower when the glass door, a smart tinting model, suddenly went from opaque to crystal clear. I looked at the vanity mirror and a message appeared in the digital fog. You look tired, Marcus. I ripped the smart mirror off the wall. I went to the central hub in the pantry and pulled the master kill switch. The house went dark. I sat in the silence, breathing hard, thinking I'd finally cut the cord. That's when I heard a soft, rhythmic clicking coming from inside the walls. I grabbed a flashlight and followed the sound to the hall closet. I tore down the shelving and found a panel that shouldn't have been there. Behind it wasn't just wires. It was a secondary, parasitic server rack, plugged directly into my power line. I plugged my laptop into the rack's bypass port. My screen was instantly flooded with a live stream dashboard. It wasn't just controlling the lights, it was a full mood management suite. Sarah hadn't just hacked the house. She had installed a biological feedback loop. I found a folder labeled Stimulus Response. Inside were logs of my heart rate, my sleep cycles, and even the stress levels recorded by the smart mats in the floor. October 12th. Subject's cortisol spiked when the wedding song played. Success. Increasing coffee machine caffeine output by 20% for tomorrow's crash. October 15th. Subject is looking for the source. Triggering gas leak alarm at 4 a.m. to induce sleep deprivation. She wasn't just stalking me. She was remotely coding my mental breakdown. She wanted me to think I was losing my mind, so I'd crawl back to her for stability. But the no-way moment? I looked at the GPS pinger for the server's maintenance login. It wasn't coming from her new apartment across town. It was coming from 0.0 feet away. I turned around, my flashlight beam cutting through the dark closet. I looked up at the ceiling hatch, the one that led to the tiny, cramped attic space I thought was empty. The hatch was slightly ajar. I didn't climb up. I grabbed the heavy-duty deadbolt for the closet door, slammed it shut from the outside, and braced it with a chair. Then I called the police. When they climbed into that attic, they found a nest, a sleeping bag, a collection of my discarded clothes, and a monitor setup that mirrored everything I did downstairs. Sarah hadn't been hacking me from a distance. She had been living 6 feet above my head for half a year, watching me through the pinhole cameras and the smoke detectors. The what moment at the end? When they let her out in handcuffs, she didn't look angry. She looked at me and whispered, I didn't need the server, Marcus. I knew you'd check the closet on a Tuesday. I programmed that too. People in the comments say, I should have felt the weight of someone living above me. But Sarah was a professional. She knew exactly which floorboards didn't creak. I live in a dumb, analog apartment now. No Wi-Fi, no smart locks, and I check the attic every single night.